Hi guys, I'm Shazad and welcome on our YouTube channel. Today we're gonna discuss about the jQuery. How can you use the jQuery? Why you need to use the library which is a jQuery? Make sure this is the crash course. So you're gonna learn each and everything in a single course with a minimum time. So first of all, why you need to learn the jQuery? Whenever you write the code in the JavaScript, let's suppose you are calling a particular ID, then how can you call that particular ID? Document.getElement by ID. So it's a long code. So in jQuery, you can call that particular ID with your $sign, and then hash your ID. That's it. So that's why we always use the jQuery instead of the JavaScript code. So technically, we always use the JavaScript code by using the jQuery. We will discuss about the jQuery in detail in our later lectures. But for now, we are going to discuss about the tools, which IDE you need to use. Make sure sometime I use the JetBrains tools. I'm talking about the PHP Storm. It's not a free tool. You have to pay. So if you are a teacher or a faculty member, you can get the 1 year free license by contacting them. So if you are using the Notepad++, it's up to you. If you are using the Sublime or any kind of text editor, it's up to you. I always use the Notepad++ and also the PHP Storm. So in the next video, we're gonna discuss about the jQuery in detail, like how can you call the class ID, how can you add the jQuery file in your HTML code or in your HTML file or in your project.
So as you can see, you have one button and you have one image. When you click on this, so as you can see, it's hiding. When you again click on this, so as you can see, it's appearing with animation. So click on this, hiding, click on this, appearing. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the code behind this functionality. Okay, this is my editor. This is the PHP Storm. As I told you that if you are using Notepad++ or some other editor, it's totally depend upon you, but the syntax is same. Okay, so now as you can see, you have your button, you have your image. Okay, now forgot this thing. We will discuss about how can you embed the jQuery file in your project, but for now, this is the code. This is the code behind this functionality. So as you can see, I'm saying whenever someone click on this, so you don't need to add the on-click method or an on-click event here, but what you just need to call the click function. Okay, I'm saying whenever someone click on this class, so where you have defined this class, I have defined this class here. Whenever someone click on this class, I'm saying just find the image and add the toggle method or toggle function. So as you can see, this is the line of code, a single line of code. So that's why in the jQuery official website, jquery.com, go to the jquery.com, they always say that write jQuery, write less, do more. So that's why. So you have write it, and that means I have written this less code, and as you can see, it's showing me a lot of functionality. So okay, so in this way you can use the just functions to perform some specific task or some special task. So you don't need to add the JavaScript code, the lengthy JavaScript. So as you can see, if you have a ID for suppose if you have an ID in your image, for suppose my image, this is the ID name of my image, and if you want to call this ID, so how can you call this? Just add the $sign and hash and call your ID. And if you are working on JavaScript, so as you know, you have to define the document dot get element by ID. Then you have to define the ID, which is this ID. Then you can change then you can perform other topic. So as you can see, the difference between JavaScript code and the jQuery code. So as you can see, this is the lengthy code. So document.get element, and you are passing the ID here. But using jQuery, you are calling this ID by using the dollar and by using the hash sign. So this is the big difference between JavaScript and jQuery. Go to your jquery.com. This is the official website where you can download the jQuery version. So while I'm recording this lecture, the 3.3.1 is the current version. Okay, so now as you know, they have the download button. Click on this or download link. You have two choices. As you can see, they have download the compressed production jQuery 3.3.1 version. This is the one option. And the second option is download the uncompressed development jQuery 3.3.1. So what are the difference? Don't worry, we are going to discuss about them. But for now, you can download this file or also this file, first of all. Okay, so how can you do that? Just click on the compressed version. So now, as you can see, I cannot understand even this code because this is the compressed version. Go back, click on the uncompressed version. Now, as you can see, now I can understand the version or the functions. So as you can see, they are saying jQuery and 3.3.1 because this is a library, and the functions, and this is the array, and a lot of things I can understand because this is the uncompressed version. Okay, let me show you something. For suppose I'm going to create a file, a jQuery file in my okay, so now I'm going to create a jQuery file for suppose index, or I'm saying jquery.js, jquery.js file. So you have to don't worry, we will discuss about it in our later lectures, but for now, whenever you are going to create a JavaScript file, that means you have to add the .js extensions. Okay, I'm going to save this file to my desktop. So jquery.js, click on this. So as you can see, this is the jQuery file I have just I have just saved. So now, first of all, I'm just clicking on the compressed version. So Control A, that means I'm selecting all the code. Control V, that means I'm saying copy all the code, and now I'm pasting all the code here. Okay, so now as you can see, in a single line you have a lot of codes available here. So as you can see, this is a lot of code. Okay, because this is the compressed version. So now go to your desktop and now find the jQuery. This is the jQuery file. Right click, properties. So now as you can see, in the detail you have a compressed version 86.9.27 bytes. So this is the KB. So 84.8 KB. The size of the compressed version is 84.8 KB. So go to your jQuery back, and now you can download the uncompressed version. Control A, Control V, that means you are selecting all the code. Now paste your code here. Now as you can see, now I can understand the code, the jQuery code. Save the file, and now go to your desktop, F5, right click, properties, right click, properties. So now as you can see, you have a 275 KB file. So this is the big difference between compressed and uncompressed version. While working on a project, as you know, I don't know, you are familiar with them, so don't worry, we will discuss about them in our later lectures. But for now, both are the same things if you are using compressed or uncompressed version. I am using the uncompressed version. So Control A, click. So now, okay, so Control A, V. So this is the first method to add the jQuery. So you have a jQuery file in your desktop. Now cut this file and go to the F drive. I'm going to create a file where we can keep all the files inside a folder. Folder. I'm going to create a folder. So click. I'm saying jQuery. So this is a jQuery folder where I have to keep all the files. So now I have to add the file here. Now, as you know, we have discussed that I'm going to use the PHP Storm in this series. So that's why this is the PHP Storm. I have already downloaded and installed the PHP Storm in my local environment or in my PC. So definitely you have downloaded the PHP Storm. Otherwise, if you are using Notepad++ or if you are using the Sublime or other text editor, is totally depend upon you. I just click on the PHP Storm. Don't worry, I'm not going to teach you the PHP Storm because this is not the PHP Storm series. This is the Jquery series. Okay, so now I have just opened the PHP Storm. So now, as you know, we have created the Jquery folder in our F drive. So now in the file section, you have your open, and now go to your F drive. So as you can see, this is the F drive, and now I have a Jquery file. Just click on this OK button. Okay. So now, as you can see, the Jquery file, we have just keep the Jquery file in our Jquery folder. So don't worry about it. Now I'm going to create a single HTML file. So create a single HTML file. I'm saying index.html. So you don't need to write the index.html extension, because HTML extensions, PHP Storm also add your HTML extension, because you have just selected the HTML file. Click on this. So as you can see, I have just added the index.html file. I'm saying this is the Jquery series. So this is the Jquery. Okay, so now how can you add the Jquery file? You can also add the Jquery file at the top of your header. First of all, I'm saying that script, and I'm saying type. So this is the text / JavaScript, and I'm saying src, okay, equals to double quotations, and you have to close your script tag. Okay, so now I'm saying, as you can see, I have the Jquery file at the root of your project folder. So this is the Jquery is the project folder, and you have the two files in this folder, index and Jquery. Jquery and index file at the same place. So that's why I'm saying at the same place I have the jquery.js file, because as you can see, this is the Jquery and the extension is the JS. That's why I'm saying jquery.js file. Don't worry, this is the PHP Storm. If you are working on the Sublime and the other text editor, the syntax is the same. So now go to your page, go to your folder, because we have created the Jquery folder in our F drive. So click on the index.html file. Okay, so now as you can see, this is the index.html file. How can you confirm that you have successfully added your Jquery? Just right click, inspect element, and go to your console section. As you can see, nothing is showing here. You are not seeing something here because you have successfully embedded the Jquery. Okay, so how can you confirm that either it's working or not? You have to create the button first of all, and now you have to add the script, and now I'm saying click me. Okay, now I'm saying whenever someone click document.ready, if you are not familiar with document.ready, just we will discuss each and everything in our related lecture, but for now you have to use the document ready, or you can also use without document.ready. Okay, now I'm saying when someone click on the button, I'm saying when someone click on the button, just call the anonymous functions, and now I'm saying call the alert, because alert is the JavaScript built-in function. Working, go to your page, refresh the page. So now as you can see, you have your click button, click on this. So as you can see, this is the working, it's showing the working. So that means you have successfully added your Jquery file. For suppose if you have the wrong file, this is the wrong file, and this file is not available in your project folder. So now go to your page, refresh the page. So now click on this. So as you can see, it's not working. But how can you confirm either it's not working or not? Just click on, right click, inspect element, go to the console section. So now as you can see, it's saying jquery.js1. It's saying fail to load resource because this file is not exist. Just revert jquery.js is available. Okay, fine. Click on this. As you can see, nothing is happened. Or click on this, it's working fine. Make sure if you have this jQuery file inside a folder, for suppose you have a assets folder, and now you have just moved your file in your assets folder. So click on your editor. Now go to your file, browser, click, refresh the page. Now as you can see, it's saying the jQuery file is not available. Why? Because you have just moved your file to your assets folder in your HTML index.html file. Now you have to define, because index.html file available at the root of your folder. So as you can see, at the root of your folder you have your assets folder. So now you have to define that, oh please go to the assets folder / and find this file. Okay, go to the browser, refresh the page. So now click on this. As you can see, it's working fine because it's also working fine. For suppose this is the assets folder, okay, and now you are giving the wrong folder. For suppose this folder is not available. Go to the page, refresh the page. So now as you can see, it's giving you the error. So that means your jQuery is not working. Click on this, it's also not working, and you have to debug the code. And now add the create folder, click on the refresh, click on the button. As you can see, it's working fine. You are not showing any error here. So in this way you can add the jQuery file, but you can also add your file here. Okay, you can add the file here, jQuery file, in the body first of all. So the best practice is you have to add your jQuery file in the body, but at the end of your body. What is document.ready? So as you can see, this is the official jQuery website. Click on this. So as you can see, jQuery website, jquery.com, and now they are saying jQuery detect this state of readiness for you. Code including inside the jQuery will only run once the page document object model is ready. So that means the jQuery code, the entire jQuery code which is available inside the document.ready, always execute when the document object model is ready. That means when you are all the document, that means this page is ready. After that it will execute your jQuery code. So let me show you something. For suppose if you have some paragraphs, make sure before calling any jQuery functionality or before using any jQuery functionality, you have to use or you have to add the jQuery file in your project. So as you can see, I have already added. In your previous lecture, I have already downloaded the compressed version of the jQuery and I have already attached. So the best practice is you have to add your JS files where your body ends. So now I'm saying that I have one paragraph, or suppose I'm saying I have one paragraph and I'm saying welcome in Jquery.com, and now I'm saying I'm using this inline styling. I'm not recommending the inline styling, but I'm using the inline styling for now because I'm saving my time. So I'm saying display none property. So that's why I told you that you have the basic knowledge of CSS, because CSS is the required. Okay, so now I am just copying this entire paragraph. Go to your page, refresh the page, because this is the index.html file we have created, and go to your jQuery. This is the root of your project. Just click on the index.html file. So as you can see, nothing has happened. Right click, console, everything is working fine. You are not showing something here. Now I'm saying when the DOM is ready, then show me these paragraphs. So now I'm saying script, and now I'm saying that this is, don't worry, we will discuss about this dollar. I'm saying when document dot ready, this is the functions, and I'm saying this is another function, and I'm saying when the DOM is ready, just show me the paragraphs. Now I'm selecting show me all the fade in, show me the paragraphs. Go to your page, refresh the page, okay, right click, inspect element, console, dollar is not defined. Why it's saying dollar is not defined? Because you have to add the JS code after your JS file. Okay, so now I'm adding my JS code below my JS file, or below my jQuery file. Now go to your page, refresh the page. As you can see, Control F5. When the DOM is ready, your code is executing and your paragraph is appearing. So if you are writing your entire jQuery code inside the ready function, that means you are saying execute all your function which is available inside your ready, execute all of your functions when your entire document ready. Okay, so that's why, because this is very useful functions ready. So that's why we are saying, if you go to the what is jQuery, go to the official jQuery website and find the documentation. So now as you can see, they are also saying that in the document.ready will only runs once the document, which is the DOM, is ready for JavaScript code to execute. As you can see, they are also saying code included inside the Windows load function will run once the entire page, image or iframe. For now, I'm saying that I have a iframe. So let me show you something, so you can easily understand how can you use the load, or what is the difference between ready and the load. For suppose I'm saying I have a iframe, and the src is https, and I'm saying www.usin.edu.pk. so this is the official website of university. Now I'm saying that when the DOM is ready, just show me the alert working. Go to your page, refresh the page. As you can see, okay, just let me confirm, Saint University. Okay, this is the official website. Okay, so now wait for a second. Okay, this is the official website. Now just refresh the page. So now as you can see, you have alert showing, then after the alert the iframe is loading. So that's why, because the DOM is ready, so that's why it's showing. For suppose if you are saying that when your this element is fully loaded, then show me something, or then perform the specific task. So how can you do that? For suppose I'm saying hit the iframe. Okay, let me show you something. For suppose I'm saying when the DOM is ready, and then I'm saying that I'm creating the selector. This selector on, don't worry, it takes 2 parameters. We will discuss about the on for invalid access, but for now I'm saying load. Okay, now I'm saying when this iframe is load, after that I'm saying just show me the working, or just show me the alert. Go to your page, you refresh the page. So now as you can see, you are after the loading of your iframe, then you are showing the alerts, as you can see. So basically, jQuery selectors are one of the most important part of the jQuery. Why? Because jQuery selector are used to find or select elements based on their name, ID, or name. That means I'm talking about the tag name, ID, class, and any attribute. So how I'm saying, as you can see, we have two iframe for suppose, or I'm saying I'm going to create some paragraphs. This is my, I'm saying this is my para. I'm going to copy this. Okay, so now as you can see, I have 4 para, and now as you can see, I have 4 para. Now I am saying when the DOM is ready, DOM, that means document object model. When the DOM is ready, I'm saying find all the paragraphs in the document or on the document and hide them. So how can you do that? First of all, I'm saying when the DOM is ready, find all the paragraphs. That means I'm selecting all the paragraphs. This is the tag name selectors, or I'm saying hide them. We will discuss about the hiding in our later lectures, but for now I'm saying hide them. Go to your page, refresh the page. So now as you can see, it's hiding when the DOM is ready. For the best practice, I'm saying whenever someone click on this button, find all the paragraphs and hide them. So how can you do that? I'm saying when someone click on the button, so perform or select your selector. For suppose I'm saying when someone click on the button, that means I'm talking about all the buttons available on the document. That means on the page. Whenever I say on the document, that means I'm talking about the index.html file, because you are working on the index.html file. Okay, so now I'm saying create the attribute and perform this action. This action, when someone click on this, what happens? I'm saying hide them. Find the paragraphs and hide them. Go to your page, refresh the page. So now click on the link. As you can see, it's hiding. You can also pass the settings. We will discuss about them in our later lectures. But now, if you have multiple buttons, for suppose multiple buttons, Control D, you have 3 buttons. Just click on the third one. Click on third one. That means it's hiding, because you are saying that whenever someone click any button on your page, just find the all paragraphs and hide them. Okay, so now if you have a button that has the class, my class, you can write your own class, xyz, whatever you want to add, and you are saying that you are creating the class selector. That means how can you call the class? Just dot and your class name. How can you call a particular class? Just add the dot and class name. I'm saying, as you can see, we have added the class for the first button. So this is the first button. Click on this, nothing is happening. Click on this, nothing is happening. Now click on this. As you can see, it's hiding the button because you have selected a particular selector. So that's why jQuery selector are one of the most important part in the jQuery. Okay, so this is the element selector and this is the class selector. But what about the ID selector? For suppose if you have a paragraph with ID, my ID or my para, make sure P is capital. If you have a ID with para and you are saying whenever someone click on this class, means whenever click on this class, hide the para which has the my para ID. So what you need, how can you call a particular ID? Just add the hash sign and your ID name and then hide and add your action. Go to your page, refresh the page. So now nothing is happening, because you have added the class selector in the click event. And now click on this. So as you can see, it's just hiding a single paragraph. It's hiding a paragraph. So you have added the first paragraph, and I'm saying the style color is for suppose red. Okay, inline styling is not recommended, but I'm using because I'm saving the time. Okay, so now as you can see, just click on this, so it's hiding the red color of paragraph. So in this way you can create the ID selectors, and you can use the selectors like button and or like this. We'll discuss about this selectors, how can you use and why you need this selectors. And if I'm saying that every class, so hide them which has the class, for suppose my class. So as you can see, I have added two classes here. Now I'm saying change the class name. I'm saying P class, C capital, P class. Okay, fine. Okay, now I'm saying whenever someone click on the button, this button, and then find the paragraph, those paragraph which has the P class ID. So you can also do like this. Click on this, click on the button. It's hiding the two elements. For suppose I'm saying style, for suppose color green. Add the same property here. Refresh the page. I'm hiding these two paragraphs. Click on this. It's hiding. You can also use this, that find all the paragraph which has this ID. So that means click on this, click, as you can see it's hiding. So it's totally depend upon you. For suppose if I'm saying find the class, find this class, first of all find this class or find a paragraph, the first paragraph. Okay, and hide it. That means this is the first paragraph. Click on this, it's hiding the red because you are saying you are selecting the first paragraph, or you can also say that last paragraph. Click on this, this is the last paragraph. And you can also use the first child, href, and other things. For suppose if you have a href here, I'm saying anchor, href, and now I'm saying anchor close. I'm saying anchor here, and I'm saying find the property which has the href sign. You can use the property with the braces. Inside the braces. Go to your page, refresh the page. Why am I saying? Okay, because I'm saying line the break the line. Okay, so now as you can see, just click on this and it's hiding this anchor because you are selecting this anchor. For suppose if you have multiple input type equals to text, and you have multiple input type equals to text, and you also have input type equals to checkbox, and I'm saying just hide the checkbox. Go to your page, refresh the page. So now as you can see, you have your text and you have your checkbox. So now I'm saying just hide this property. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. I'm saying find the input which has the type checkbox. Type. Go to your page, refresh the page. So it will hide all of them. Click on this. So as you can see, it's hiding all of them. I'm saying type equals to text. Go to your page, click on this. So it's hiding the text. If I'm saying hide the checkbox, so go to your page, click on this. So it's hiding the checkbox only. All the different visitors actions that a web page can respond are the events. So how can you define the events? Like click, mouse enter, mouse hover, and something like that. We have a lot of events available in the jQuery, like click. As you know, this is the click. db click means double click, and you also have a key press, key enter, or key down, and other key up, key up. These are the events available in the jQuery. So the basic syntax of these events are, you have to define your, this is a jQuery syntax, and your selector goes here, selector, and then your event here. Okay, so this is the event. So that means you are saying you are using this event, but what happens when this event occurs? So the next step is to define what should happen when the event fires. So that means you must pass a function here. That's why I'm saying this is the anonymous function. So this is the function. That means you are saying when the event occurs, then what happens? You have to define that what you want to do, or for suppose if you want to hide something, you have to define something here with the jQuery code or something like this. So that's why we are using we are creating the selector, we are using the event, and then if we are doing something else, that hiding something, adding something, or getting something, deleting something, that means you have to call the events, you have to call the functions, and in the functions you are define, or you have to define that after the click what happens. So that's why we are saying when someone click on this, we are hiding this button, or whenever someone click on this, we are hiding the paragraphs. For suppose paragraphs, go to your page, refresh the page, click on this, we are hiding the paragraph. Just a second, refresh, we are hiding the paragraph. If I'm saying dbl click, that means whenever someone double click on the button, then it's hiding. Add a single click, it's not working. Just click, just use the double click. So as you can see, it's hiding. Okay, so now if you are using the hover, go to your page, refresh the page, just hover over the button. So as you can see, it's hiding. Okay, so this is the hover event. Okay, I'm just telling you, we will use all the events while working the real-time examples, like how can you create your search system with your server-side language like PHP. We will discuss about them. Okay, so now what is the focus and what is the blur? For suppose I'm saying I have an input type equals to text, and now I'm saying that this is the input type equals to text. Go to your page, refresh the page, we have a text, and now I'm saying when someone focus on this, hide them. Okay, so now I have to say that whenever someone focus on this input, just hide the paragraphs. Go to your page, focus, it's hiding, and now it's, as you can see, it's currently focused. Now I'm saying when someone leave this input type equals to text area, just show the paragraphs. Now what you just need to create the selectors. I'm saying that input, you can also use the class and ID selector, but I'm because we have a single input, that's why I'm using this. If you have a multiple input type equals to text or text areas, you have to use the class and ID. Now I'm saying the blur event, and now when the event occurs or fired, I'm using anonymous functions, and now I'm saying find all the paragraphs dot show event and show them. Go to your page, refresh the page, as you can see, it's hiding. Now when click on this DOM, as you can see, it's showing blur, it's focus, blur, focus, blur. Okay, you can also change the background color of this. You can also change, you can also add the border, you can also add the class. On method, attach one or more event handler for the selected elements. How? Attach a click event to a particular element. For suppose I'm going to attach the click event to this button. So how can you do that? First of all, I'm saying this is the, okay, I'm using the comment, and now I'm saying that whenever someone, this is the button selector, and I'm saying on, it takes two parameters. First of all, your event, and then your anonymous function. That means what happens when this event occur. Click. Okay, so now I'm saying when the event occurs, find the all paragraphs and hide them. Okay, go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. So you can see it's hiding the event. If I'm saying over, oh sorry, db click, dbl click, go to your page, refresh the page, click, double click. So it's saying, as you can see, it's fine. If I'm saying in the input, when someone focus, just hide the paragraph. Focus, hide the paragraph. So in this way you can use the events using the on method. If you have three paragraphs and you are saying when someone click on this, hide the current paragraphs. Okay, I will discuss this in my later lectures, but for now, whenever someone click on this, hide these paragraphs. So how can you do that? As you know, you have your button. You can create your button selector. Click on this, it's hiding, but you can also pass the speed. For suppose I'm saying 1000, that means click on this. So as you can see, it's, you have added some effects. So 2000 or 4000 means 4 seconds. That means hide this. So as you can see, it takes 4 seconds to hide this. If you are saying 1000, that means you are saying hide this in 1 second. Okay, so in this way your hide works. For suppose if you are saying that you have two buttons, for suppose you are saying hide, this is the hide button, this is the hide button, and you have another button, and you have, this is the show button, for suppose. Okay, so now you have two different types of buttons. So you have to add the ID, for suppose show, and you have to add the hide, and you have to add the show ID show. And now I'm saying whenever someone click on the button hide ID, click. So you don't need to write this one. Okay, whenever someone click on the hide ID, just find all the paragraphs and hide them slowly. And now I'm saying whenever someone click on the show ID at the event, click on the show ID, call the anonymous function, and now select your selector or define your selector. I'm saying find all the paragraphs and now show them, but slowly. How? 1000. Add the semicolon. Go to your page, refresh the page, hiding, show, showing, hide, show, hide, show. Now how can you do that? I'm saying that how can you use the toggle function. So this is the hide and show example. Okay, for now I'm saying whenever someone click on this button, hide the current element, or whenever someone click on the button, single button, or suppose this is single button. So now we have a single button, so that's why we are creating the selector like this. Just a second, I'm going to create I'm saying whenever someone click on the button, click on the button, sorry, not on click, dot click, and now I'm saying this is the function, and I'm saying find all the p's dot toggle. Okay, so now go to your page, refresh the page. Now as you can see, I'm saying this is the button. Click on this, so as you can see it's hiding. Click on this, as you can see it's showing. You can pause the 1000. Click on this, it's hiding. Click on this, it's showing, hiding, showing. So in this way your toggle works. So you can also pass your like this. You can also use your anonymous function. I'm saying when someone click on the button, I'm saying just type the alert, and I'm saying working. Make sure I'm passing two parameters. One is the speed, second is the anonymous function. Just click on this, as you can see now it's alerting. Just click, okay, just click on this. So now as you can see it's alert. This is the internal scripting. As you know, we have an index.html file and we are writing our script here. So this is the internal scripting. You can also copy this code, entire code, from your footer. Second, entire code with jQuery from your footer, and you can also add in the header section. Okay, so it's working fine. But the best practice, you have to add your jQuery and JS files where your body ends. Okay, so now we are talking about the external scripting. Make sure this is the 10 or 20 lines code of your jQuery. For suppose if you have a thousands line of code, then what you need, why you are messing your code with your HTML file. So you have to separate your Java jQuery code from your index.html file or from your HTML code. So now I am creating another JS file in the assets folder. As you know, this is the assets folder and you have a jQuery.js file. Now I'm saying I'm going to create another file, JavaScript file. I'm saying custom. Okay, so you don't need to write the .js extension because this is the PHP install. Okay, so now hit the enter button. You have created a JavaScript file, and now copy all your code and remove the tag. Paste your code here. So now you have separated your JS code or jQuery code from your HTML code. So now go to your page, refresh the page. Now click the button, it's not working. Why? Because you have to add the JS file also. Now how can you add? I'm saying script, and now I'm saying type, so which is text / JavaScript and src. Now I'm saying go to the assets folder and find the custom.js file. Okay, go to your page, refresh the page, right click, inspect element, console, click on this, it's working fine. Then how can you debug if your code or your file is not available? For suppose I'm giving the wrong path, go to your page, refresh the page. Now open your console, that you know it's generating the error in the console section. Your jQuery is not working. So in this way you can debug your file. For suppose if you have a right path and you have a wrong file, this file is not available in the assets folder. Now go to your page, refresh the page. Now as you can see it's generating the error because this file is not available. Okay, now I'm writing the right file. Go to your page, refresh the page. So now as you know the error is gone and your jQuery is working fine. So we have a button first of all, and now I'm saying I have three paragraphs. I have three paragraphs, and now I'm going to use the fade out. Okay, so how can you do that? Make sure you have to add the document.ready function, and this is the callback function or anonymous function. Okay, so now I'm saying whenever someone click on the button, I'm going to fade out these paragraphs. So how can you do that? I'm saying whenever someone, so this is the selector, this is the jQuery syntax, and we are writing selector, and now I'm saying this is the action, and this is the callback function. You can also say the anonymous function. Okay, so now I'm saying whenever someone click on the button, what you need, I'm saying find all the paragraphs and use the fade out. Okay, now go to your page, refresh the page, click on the button. So now as you can see, it's fading out. So how your fade effects or works, basically the jQuery fade out method is used to fade out a visible element. So as you can see, these are the visible elements, and you are fading out. Click on this and it's working fine. So in this way you can fade out the elements, the HTML elements. And now what is the syntax? Syntax is you have a selector, and now you have a action, and then you have, it takes two parameters, speed and then your callback function. Okay, so this is the syntax. Okay, so this is the fade out. You can also pass the speed. For suppose I'm saying fade this 1000 means 1 second. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on the button. So now as you can see, it's fading out within 1 second. If I'm saying fade out this in 5 seconds, go to your page, make sure you have to save your code. So save your file, go to your page, refresh the page. So now whenever I say paste, that means I'm talking about the index.html file. You can also do that, just click on the file from your jQuery folder, which is available in the F drive. Make sure I have created my jQuery folder in my F drive. Okay, so now click on this, it's fading out in 5 seconds. Okay, so now it's a fade out. I'm saying I have two buttons, one button, this is a one button. Now I'm creating another button, Control D. Okay, so now I have to add the class because I have two buttons, and I'm going to add two different callback function or two different events. So that's why I need to add the two buttons. I'm saying this is fade out, and now I'm saying this is fade in class. You can also use the class XYZ, whatever you or writing whatever you need. Okay, I'm saying fade in. Okay, so now I'm saying this is the, whenever someone click on this button, so because this is a class, so that's why I'm saying I'm calling my class with my dot. Okay, so now I'm saying that whenever someone click on this button, fade in, just dot, and I'm calling the class. This is the selector, class selector, and this is the event, click, and now I'm saying this is the callback function. Okay, whenever someone click on the button which has the class, this one, and now I'm saying this is my selector, find all paragraphs on the documents and fade them in. Okay, now I'm saying I'm not passing any parameter here. go to your page, refresh the page. You have two buttons, so you can also use the names of button, fade out, and now I'm saying fade in. Fade in. Refresh the page. You have a fade out. Click on this. You are fading the paragraphs because you have added 5 seconds. 4 seconds. So remove these. Refresh the page. Click on this. As you know, fade out. Click on this. Fade in. So you have added 2 effects. Now inspect element. Wait for a few seconds. Now just click on the button, and now as you can see, it's fading out. By the way, it's fading out because it's adding the style. As you know, it's adding the display none property, so that's why it's not appearing on your document or on your page. Okay, if you are click on the fade in, so as you know, it's saying it's removing the display none property. So if I just a second, just look it out, fade out, says you know it's saying display none. Just click on the fade in, says you know it's saying green, or it's removing the property which has the CSS property. So in this way you can add your fade in and fade out property. You can also assign one parameters, or you can pass one parameter. Just make sure. You can also use an callback function or anonymous function. For suppose after the hiding, what you need. For suppose I am saying after the hiding, just show me the alert. For suppose just show me the alert. I'm saying working. Okay. After the fade out, click on this. Fade out. As you know, alert is appearing. Okay. So now, because why it's appearing 3 times? Because we have 3 elements. As you know, 1, 2, 3. If you have a 1 element, go to your page, refresh the page, click on this 1. Fine. So that's why it's showing 3 times. Okay, for suppose I'm saying just after the fade out, just find all the paragraphs and fade in. 2 seconds, 2000. Okay, I'm going to use comment. Okay, so now go to your page, refresh the page, click on this after the fading. As you know, we are saying after the fading we are calling another callback function, and we are saying that fade in. Okay, so this is very useful callback function or effects. If you are using this, we have another effect which is fade to. So using fade to, you just need to add the opacity. For suppose I'm saying, I'm just commenting this. Okay, so now I'm saying whenever someone click on the button, this button, fade out button, what you need, I just need add the opacity. I consider that you have the basic knowledge of CSS. So opacity is the CSS property. So I'm saying whenever someone click on this class, okay, how can you call the class? Using the dot class. Click is an event and anonymous function or callback function. And now I'm saying I'm find all the paragraphs on the page and fade to. Okay, so now how it works. Fade to, it takes 2 parameters. For suppose you have to add the slope, and also you can use the opacity. For suppose I'm saying 0.15 or I'm saying 0.67 property. Okay, now go to your page, refresh the page, click on the fade out button. So now as you know, it's using 0.6 property, but if you are using 0.7, go to your page, refresh the page, click on the link. So it's using 0.6 property. Why it's not appearing? For suppose if I have a div and I'm saying class my div, okay, T capital. Now I'm saying that I'm using the internal styling, I'm saying width equals to 100 pixel, and I'm saying height equals to 100 pixel, and I'm saying background, I have to add semicolon, background, I'm saying red. Okay, go to your page, refresh the page. Okay, so now I'm saying find the div and add the property, fade to. Refresh the page, click on the fade properties. As you know, it's using the fade property 0.06. If you are adding the 1, just remove this. As you know, it's working fine. Just add the 0.7, so it's fine. Okay, you are adding the 0.7 property. So now go to your page, refresh the page. You have 2 buttons. I'm removing 1 button. Okay, so now I have to also remove the fade out property because we are not working on the fade out. Now we have a 1 div and we have a 1 button. I'm saying this is the paragraph because paragraph has an inline property, sorry, block level element. Go to your page, refresh the page. So that's why I have just added the block level element. Okay, so don't worry about it. You can also use the VR code for suppose to break the row. VR. Okay, so now it's totally dependent on you. Now, how can you use the fade out property? And first of all, how fade out, or sorry, slide down property or slide down, slide up, and slide toggle works. So this is a syntax. Your selector goes here. Make sure this is the jQuery syntax, and your selector goes here. And now your event here, which is the slide up, slide down. Okay, like slide down, as you know. And now your callback function appears here. Make sure you can also pass the speed parameters, which is 1000 or 2000, your speed here, and then you have callback function. Okay, so it's totally dependent upon you. It's not, wait a second, it's a function. Okay, so this is a syntax. Okay, so now I'm saying whenever someone click on the button, just I'm sliding up, and then we use the slide down. How you do that? I'm saying that whenever someone click on the button, just click. Now I'm saying this is the callback function. And now I'm saying when someone click on the button, find the div, because we have a single div, so that's why I'm using the div. If you have a class or div, you can also call by class or by ID. I'm saying I have a div, my div, sorry, my div class. I'm saying find all the divs, and I'm using the slide up method. Okay, slide up. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on the button. So as you know, you have added the slide up property, or sorry, it's not a property, it's an event, slide up event. You can also pass the parameter. For suppose I'm saying 1000, that means I'm talking about the 1 second. Just go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. So as you know, it's sliding up. Make sure how sliding up works. So the jQuery slide up method is used to slide up any element. You can slide up any element, any HTML element using slide up property. Okay, so you can also use the callback function. For suppose after the slide up, I'm saying that I have to use the slide down property, and I'm saying that this is the div, find this div, and I'm using slide down property. And how many seconds? I'm saying 3 seconds, so I'm using 3000. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on the button. So as you know, 1 second slide up and 3 seconds slide down. So this is the callback function. You can also use the callback function. It's totally dependent upon you, but I'm not using the callback functions here. Okay, I'm just using the slide up method or slide up event. So now I'm creating another button, and now I'm saying this button has a, sorry, slide up, and now I'm saying slide down, slide down. Okay, so now I'm saying I have the class slide up, sorry, slide up, and now I'm saying I have another property, slide down. Okay, so now I'm saying whenever someone click on the class, which is the slide up, and now I'm saying use the slide up event, and also I'm creating another selector. I'm saying whenever someone click on the slide down class, so this is the event and this is the callback function. Okay, fine. And I'm saying find all the divs because we have a single div, so that's why I can also say find the div because we have a single div, and use the slide down property. Slide down property, sorry, it's not a property, it's an event, slide down event, but 2 seconds, or I can say 1 second. Go to your page, refresh the page, slide up, slide down, slide up, slide down. It's totally dependent upon you. You can also use the callback function here. After the slide down, I'm saying show me the alert. So I'm saying working. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on the slide up, click on the slide down, and alert. Okay, because it's a single div, so that's why you are alerting a single alert. Okay, so now it's totally depend upon your usage. I'm saying I'm just using the slide down property. Oh, sorry, I always say slide down property. It's even not property. Okay, so now you have a slide up and slide down. We have another slide toggle. So basically how slide toggle works, the jQuery slide toggle method toggle between the slide up and the slide down. So how I'm saying I have a single button. Okay, so you don't need to add the, okay, I have a single button and I'm using the slide up and slide down property with a single button. So how can you do that? I'm saying I should comment this because you will get the code, and I'm saying this is the whenever someone click on the button, because we have a single button, event, callback function, and now I'm saying find the div because we have a single div, so that's why we are creating the element selector. Okay, if you have a class or ID, you can also call by class and ID. I'm saying slide toggle. Okay, now go to your page, refresh the page, click on the slide up, sorry, it's a slide. Okay, go to your page, refresh the page, click on the button, it's sliding up, again click on the button, it's sliding down, sliding up, sliding down. With using this function, this event, you can slide up and you can use your slide up and slide down effects or slide up and slide down events. Okay, so now you can also pass the 1000. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on this, sliding up, sliding down with 1 second. You can also pass the second parameter, which is the callback function. I'm saying show me the alert after the sliding. I'm saying working. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on this, sliding, okay, click on this, and again alert because you are using the callback function. Okay, so now I'm saying that I'm just using the slide toggle, click and click. Whenever someone click on this button, I'm creating the animations, and I'm going to move this div from here to here, from left to right. So how can you do that? I'm saying so by default, as you know, your HTML elements always have a static property or static positions. Now you are going to move this div, so that's why you have to use a position absolute or position relative to move your element from left to right, top to bottom, or anyway. For suppose I'm saying I have a div and I have a button. Now I'm saying this is animations, not slide. Refresh. Now I'm saying I have width 100 pixel, height 100 pixel, background red. Now I'm going to add another property, which is the positions. Make sure I consider you have the basic knowledge of CSS, because I'm not going to learn the CSS here. I'm not going to teach you the CSS here, sorry. So this is the position absolute. Refresh the page. As you know, your button then hiding. Now move your button from bottom to top. Okay, so now as a BR, so this is a BR. Refresh the page. Because you have added the position absolute property, so that's why your BR is not working. So don't worry about it. Just click on this and it's hiding. Sorry, it's sliding. Now we are using the animation. So first of all, what is the syntax of animation? Just you have a selector, definitely, and now you have events, which is animate, and you can pass 3 parameters. Your like this, left, right, top, or more than one animations, and your speed and your callback function. Okay, like this. It's a syntax. I'm going to show you how can you use the animation, how can you generate, or how can you create your own animations. I'm saying whenever someone click on the button, we have a single button. That's why we are selecting, we are creating the selector element select. Okay, now this is the event animate. Okay, now I'm not going to pass anything, just I'm passing one thing. I'm saying that just move the element from left to right. I'm saying left, and now I'm saying 300 pixel. Okay, go to your page, refresh the page, click on the button. It's animation. Sorry, you have to add the click. After that, you have to use the div, because it's a div. You can use the animate here. And now I'm saying move the element from left to right 300 pixel. Make sure you have to add pixel in single quotations. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. As you know, it's moving the elements. Now click on this, refresh, click on this. You are moving the element from left to right. In simple words, you are generating the animations. How can you use multiple properties? If you, first of all, if you are using the more than one properties, CSS properties, I'm talking about CSS properties. So I'm saying that just this is the one property. Okay, so now I'm saying if I'm using more than one property, like opacity, and now I'm saying 0.2, and with comma, I'm saying I'm going to use width. And now I am saying, for suppose 300 pixel. Okay, now I'm saying the height, and I'm saying which is the 300 pixel. Okay, go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. So as you know, it's just refresh the page, click on this. As you know, you are generating or affecting some animations with width, height, and opacity, and from the left, click left. Okay, fine. So if you know very well about the positions, you are using the position absolute. If you are saying that you have a position relative, so it's always works. Click on this, it's also works. Click on this, it's also works. Okay, if you want to add the effects, the queue functionality, how can you do that? For suppose I'm saying I have this animations. That means I'm moving from left and I'm using the opacity, width, height. Now, for suppose I'm saying that I'm using another animations. Sorry, just copy this block code. Sorry, Control D. I have copied the block of code. Now I'm saying I'm using the animations, and now I'm saying from top. Here I'm saying from top, and I'm saying opacity 0.6, and I'm saying width is 200. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. So as you know, it's fine. Okay, because we are saying whenever someone click on this, it's executing this and also this. Okay, so for suppose if I'm saying 200 pixel, click on this. Okay, then this is the first. Okay, so now I'm saying after that you can add like this. Click on this, click, it's also working. This is the second way of doing your animations. The third way, you can use your selector in a div. For suppose I'm saying I have a selector which is the button and I'm saving in a variable, for suppose my div. Okay, so now I'm saying this is a selector, I'm saving in a div. Now I'm saying my div dot animate, and now here you can pass multiple parameters. For suppose I'm saying left and I'm saying 200 pixel, and now I'm saying that opacity, I'm saying 0.6 or 0.2, and I'm saying that width without quotation, width, and now I'm saying for suppose 150 pixel, and now I'm saying that height 150 pixel, but in a single quotation. Now this is the first animations, and now you are saying my div dot animate, copy this code, copy, paste this code here, change the parameters. For suppose I'm saying top, and I'm saying opacity 2.6, and now I'm saying 100%, sorry, 100 pixel. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. So as you know, it's working fine. Why it's saying okay? I'm saying this is the div because this is selector, not a button. Click on button, as you know, it's working fine. So it's totally depend upon you. You can also use the third time animations. For suppose I'm saying right, and I'm saying 2.8 opacity, and in this time I'm saying 150 and 150. I'm going to add another control D, and now I'm saying I'm going to add for suppose bottom, (200 pixel), and I'm saying 100, and opacity is 1. Refresh the page, click on this left bottom, and it's saying left top bottom. If I'm saying top 0 pixel, click, it's totally depend upon you how it's working. Top 0 pixel, if I'm saying left 0 pixel. Okay, go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. What is the, I'm saying this is the selector, and now this is the stop. How can you do that? Wait for a few seconds. I'm saying this is the comment, so you can easily get my code. I'm saying whenever someone, we need 2 buttons. First of all, this is the animations. You don't need to add the position absolute property. I'm saying I have 2 buttons. I have another buttons. I'm saying this is the slide down or slide up, and now I'm saying this is the stop button. I'm using the 2 buttons. I'm saying whenever someone click on this dot click, this is a callback function, and now I'm saying find the div, because we have a single div, that's why we are creating the element selector. I'm saying slide down, and now I'm saying the parameters are 5000, that means 5 seconds. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on this, animate. It's a div. Okay, inspect element, why it's not working. I'm saying whenever someone click on the class, okay, because it's also here, slide up. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on this, it's using the slide up. Okay, so now I'm saying whenever someone click on the stop class, this is the callback functions, and I'm saying find the div and stop the animation. Stop. Refresh the page, click on this, animation, stop. Just a second. This is a stop. Change the class name, my stop, and div stop. Refresh the page, click on this, stop, click on this, stop, click on this, stop, click on this, stop, click on this, stop. You can use multiple jQuery methods or actions within a single statement. How? Let me show you. Now I'm saying this is the selector. I'm saying whenever someone click on the button, click. This is the callback functions, as you know, and this is the action, which is the click. Okay, now I'm saying find the div in the single quotations or double quotations and slide up, and after that slide down. So this is the chaining, because you are adding multiple methods on a single element. Okay, after that I'm saying another slide down, slide up, and now I'm saying after that also add the slide down. Go to your page, refresh the page. Now I'm saying I have two buttons, remove them. Go to your page, click on this. As you know, you have added 4 different actions on a single element. Click on this, up, down, up, down. So okay, you can also add, for suppose, another slide up. Refresh the page, click up, down, and now I'm going to create some buttons, some same buttons. For suppose, if you have a button with same class, how? I'm saying this is the same class, my class, make sure C capital. Okay, I'm creating copy, paste, or select, control D. Okay, so in this way you can copy the elements. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buttons available on your index.html file. Make sure we are working on the jQuery, and we have added the jQuery first of all because we are working on the jQuery and we are using the jQuery events or actions, and so that's why we are using the external scripting. So this is the custom.js file, and this is the custom.js file, and this is the external file. Now I'm saying whenever, let me show you, just a second, I'm coming this div. I'm saying whenever someone click on the button, I have to change the current button text. Okay, so now how can you do that? I'm saying, let me show you. Whenever someone click on this button, click event, anonymous function or callback function, I'm saying that this, because we are using this for first time, so that's why, don't be confused. I'm saying this dot text, I'm saying changed. Okay, don't worry if you are not familiar with text. Refresh the page, click on this, as you know, it's changed, because we are saying whenever someone click on the button, this class, the current button, and change the text. Click on this, changed. Click on this, changed. Click on this, changed. Click on this, change. Click on this, change. Click on this, change. If you are doing like this, that if you are saying that whenever someone click on the button, just change, you are creating the same selector, and you are saying change the class. Whenever you clicking on the single button, as you know, it's changing all the buttons text. So that's why we are using this, the current object. This means the current object. I'm saying this. Okay. For suppose I'm saying this dot hide. Okay. So now go to your page, refresh the page, click, 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 click. Okay. As you know, I'm saying delete. Click to delete. Click to delete. Okay, create the same, select your code, Control D, Control D, Control D, fresh, click, 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 click. So I'm saying that I have these buttons. As you know, we have deleted this button. So now I'm saying whenever someone click on this class, I'm adding the CSS property, .css. It takes two parameters. First of all, the property and the value. I'm saying background, I'm saying red. Okay, go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. It's adding the background. Click on this, click on this, click, 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 click. Okay, so it's adding the background. And you can also add the CSS like this. I'm saying border 2 pixel solid red. Refresh the page, click on this, 2 pixel solid red. Okay, if I'm saying solid green, refresh the page, click on this, it's adding the solid green border. So as you know, you are adding the CSS property using the CSS action or CSS. This is the method. Whenever I say method and whenever I say action, that means I'm talking about this after the select. Okay, for suppose if you are adding more than one property, how can you do that? Let me show you. I'm saying just comment this, and I'm saying this dot, that means I'm talking about the current object. I'm saying whenever someone click on the button, just use the property, and I'm using the keep here value. That means I'm saying add the backgrounds, copy this background and add the column. Now I'm saying background color red, because we are adding more than one property. Here we are chaining, but we are adding more than one property. Comma separate. Now I'm saying add second property. For suppose I'm saying border, and I'm saying 4 pixel solid red or solid yellow or solid. Refresh the page, click on this. As you know, it's adding the same property. So in this way you can add the more than two properties or more than one properties using this curly braces. Okay, so now how can this is the CSS method. And what about the submit selector? For suppose you have a form, and as you know, every form have an action and method I'm using post, so don't worry about this. Okay, now I'm saying I have two fields, input type text, and for the I'm saying this is the email. So in the paragraph I'm saying email, and now copy paste, and I'm saying this is the password. This is the password. And now I'm saying I have the button. button, I'm saying submit. Now I'm giving the ID to my forms. I'm saying my form, F capital. Okay, go to your page, refresh the page, you have your forms. I'm saying whenever someone click on the button, which is saying, I'm saying my button, not, we are talking about the submit selector, so you don't need the class here. Okay, I'm saying whenever submit this form, as you know, it's sending to the this, I'm saying 1.php. Refresh the page, click on this, it's sending 1.php because PHP is not available, so don't worry about. We will discuss about the PHP also when we work on the Ajax. Okay, so now I'm saying whenever someone click on the this, whenever someone submit, it's a submit selector. It's a submit selector. I'm saying whenever someone submit the form, show the alert. I'm saying working. Refresh the page, click on this, it's fine. Okay, it's working. Now I'm saying check these two values. So don't worry about this. If you are not familiar with, we will discuss about how can you get the inputs and how can you get the values. I'm saying this is the email. Make sure this is the class. Oh, sorry, email ID, and this is the ID, which is a password. I'm just showing you that how submit selector works or how submit method works. Okay, so now I'm saying email, I'm assigning the value, I'm saying email dot val. If you are not familiar with val, just ignore this. We will discuss about in later lectures, but for now it's email. I'm saying this is the password, and I'm saying this is the password. And now I'm using the if statements. So that's why we told you that you have the basic knowledge of JavaScript, because we are using the JavaScript here. Okay, so this is the if statement, and I'm saying if the email variables not empty, or if the email is empty, and or you can use or password is also empty, generate the error that please fill all fields or all fields required. Fill all fields, otherwise you can say go now. Okay, it's fine. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on this, it's saying fill all the fields, and it's also submitting. Why? Because you have to add, you have to pass parameter here, and you have to use the e.prevent default. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on this, it's saying fill all fields, and it's not submitting your form. Callback functions are those functions which are executed after your current effect or when your current effect is completed or finished. How? For suppose if you, I'm just hiding these elements. Okay, so now I'm saying I have a button, sorry, I have a button and I'm saying click me, and now I'm saying I have a paragraph and I'm saying here is my paragraph and whatever. Okay, so now I'm saying whenever someone click on this, I'm hiding this element. Don't worry, I'm going to explain each and everything. I'm just adding the comment here so you can easily get the entire code. So now I'm saying whenever someone click on the button, for suppose I have a single button, so that's why I'm not using the class or ID. If you have a multiple buttons, you have to use the class and ID. So now I'm saying I have a button. Whenever someone click on this button, click, and now I'm saying this is the function. By the way, this is the function, and now I'm saying find the entire P and hide them. Sorry, hide. Okay, so now go to your F drive and find the F drive. Inside the F drive you have a jQuery folder. So this is the F drive and find the jQuery. Run this. Okay, so now as you can see we have a paragraph and we have a click. Just click on this. As you can see, you are hiding the element, your paragraph element. So now what is the callback functions? The basic syntax of your callback function is your jQuery syntax. Make sure this is your jQuery syntax. Your selector goes here and your event, whatever you have event, for suppose click event or okay. So now I'm saying that speed here and comma, and you have your function. So this function is the anonymous functions. This function execute when the jQuery finished this click event. For suppose I'm saying that this is speed, I'm saying slow. You can also use the 100 or sorry 1000. 1000 is the 1 second. Okay, so now I'm saying function. Make sure you can also use the function functions, then your function and your parentheses like this. Okay, but PHP Storm knows very well about the functionality, so that's why it's adding the callback functions for you. Okay, out of the box. Okay, so now I'm saying alert. I'm saying working. Refresh the page, click on this, so you can see after the event, when the event is completed, the alert appears. Click on this, alert appears. Okay, for suppose if you are saying whenever you are hiding the element, it's totally depend upon your logic. I'm saying when this click event finished, just call the callback functions. And now I'm saying I have a div here. I'm saying find the div, and now I'm saying this is a text. Make sure if you are not familiar with text, don't worry about it. We will discuss about them if we have not completed this text. Okay, which is the function. Okay, I'm saying here is my here is my text after the event. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. So now as you can see, you are just inspect element, refresh the page, inspect element. So now as you can see, you have a paragraph and you have an empty div. Click on this, and now as you can see, this is the div and you are adding the text inside your div. Now I am saying I have two buttons and I am saying add the button name for suppose class 1 and now class 2. I am saying 1 and I am saying 2. So these are the two buttons, or you can also use a single button, so don't worry about it. I am saying P is a paragraph. I'm saying this is my text. Okay, so you can also add a class or ID to your HTML element, but I'm not going to use this because these are the two elements available inside the body, because we have only two elements. But if you have several paragraphs, you have to add the ID or the class, so it's really depend upon you. Now I'm saying whenever someone click on this, I'm going to get this text. Make sure I'm going to get this text. I'm not talking about the element. Whenever I say element, that means I'm talking about a particular element. In this case, if I'm saying the element, that means I'm talking about the P, that means paragraph element. If I'm saying the text, that means I'm talking about this text. Okay, so now how can you get the, whenever someone click on this, I'm going to get the text. So how can you do that? First of all, I'm saying this is the jQuery syntax, and now I'm saying whenever someone click on the button, make sure I have a single button. That's why I'm calling this, because we have a single button. If we have more than one button, then I should use the class and ID. I have already created the class. Save, sorry, call the class with dot. Now I'm saying click function, and this is the callback function. Okay, so now I'm saying whenever someone click on the button, I'm getting the text inside the paragraph. So now I'm saying, if I'm saying alert, you can also use the console or anything. I'm saying alert, but it's okay for now, it's fine. I'm saying alert, I'm saying this is text from P. Okay, so now I'm calling the P. I'm saying find the P and get the text. That means click, go to your page, refresh the page, you have a text, you have a button, click on this. So now you can see this is a text from P. This is my text. So I'm getting this text inside my, which is available inside my paragraph. Okay, so now it's totally depend upon you. Either you are doing like this, just get the content and save inside a variable, for suppose my text, and you can also use your variable here. Make sure this is the plus sign, and we are concatenating our static text with the text which we are fetching from the paragraph. Okay, so now in this way you can use the text. Okay, so now we have another type of for suppose if you want to get the entire HTML element, how can you do that? This is the text. Okay, we have another type of HTML and the well, we will discuss about them, but for now you can use the text like this. And also, for suppose if I'm saying whenever someone click on this, I'm going to change this text. So how can you do that? I'm saying just whenever someone click on this, now I'm saying just find what P. Why I'm saying P? Because we have a single element which is a paragraph here, so that's why I'm saying text. Now I'm saying we have changed the text. We have changed the text. Okay, go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. Now you can see you have just changed, or you have just replaced the text like this, because you are passing a parameter here. So this is the parameter. So if you are not familiar with parameters, so I already told you that I consider you have the basic knowledge of HTML. Okay, you can also do like this. Okay, so now I'm saying how can for suppose if I'm saying that I have a div and I have a class, I'm saying feedback. Now I'm saying whenever someone click on this button, I'm going to add h1 inside this div. So how can I do that? For suppose I'm saying, okay, now I should, just a second, I should copy the text. Okay, so now I'm saying, wait for a few seconds. Okay, so now I'm going to comment this, so you can easily get the code. And now I'm saying I'm also comment this, so you can easily get the code. And here I'm saying whenever someone click on this, I'm saying find a div, because I have a single div. I have already created a class. Okay, I'm saying find the class with dot, and now I'm saying I'm using the .html because it takes one parameter. For suppose I'm saying that h1 or h1. Okay, I'm saying this is my heading 1. Okay. Now go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. So now as you can see, you have added the h1 inside your div. So as you can see, refresh the page. So now as you can see, this div is empty. Whenever someone click on this button, we are adding the HTML content. So in this way, you can add the HTML content. And how can you assign the HTML content using HTML function or HTML method? If I'm saying this is text, for suppose, go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. So now you can see it's showing us the tag as well, because you are using the text. So that means your browser consider that this is a simple text, not a tag. So you have to use the HTML if you want to show the tag as it is on your page. Okay, so this is the HTML. So I'm going to comment this so you can easily get the code. Now I'm saying that I have input type equals to text. Okay, so now I'm saying okay, you can also add the class, or for suppose I'm saying my text, my input. Okay, so now I want to get this. Whenever someone click on this button, I'm going to fetch this text and I'm going to assign this text to my div. So how can I do that? First of all, I have already created the click function or click event. Okay, so now I'm saying whenever someone click on this, I'm going to fetch this. Go to your page, refresh the page from this here. First of all, I'm saying submit. Okay, submit. Fine. I'm saying that find this class with dot and dot well. In this time I'm saying dot well. That means we are saying, oh, fetch the values of this text, which is okay. So now it's totally depend upon you. Either you are using the alert, for suppose you can also use the entire thing like this. Okay, go to your page, refresh the page. For suppose click on this, it's saying empty. Now if I'm writing for suppose shekzi@gmail.com, just click on this. So now you can see it's showing shekzi@gmail.com. okay, for now it's working fine. So it's totally depend upon you which procedure you are following. Okay, so now I am fetching the element and I am assigning this element inside to a variable. For suppose I'm saying my well. Okay, so I have a fetched. Now I'm saying find the feedback class, and now I'm saying assign the text. Okay, so just click on this and I'm saying this is the value from client, concatenating with plus. This is the variables. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. This is the value from client, because you don't have the value. Don't worry, we are not validating. Okay, I'm saying shekzi@gmail.com. click on this. So now you can see it's saying shekzi@gmail.com. okay, so in this way you can fetch the values with using this functions. Or if we are talking about object oriented, whenever I say functions, that means I'm talking about the procedural language, and whenever I say the method, that means I'm talking about the object oriented program. So these are the basic concepts. Okay, so now if you have a input type equals to text, or input type equals to checkbox, whatever elements you have, you can get the values using the dot well functions. Okay, for suppose if you want to get the, for suppose I'm saying I have let me define anchor href. Okay, so now I'm saying anchor href, and now I'm saying my website. Now this is, I'm saying I have a class, I'm saying my anchor. Now I'm saying whenever someone click on this, I'm going to fetch the href, and I'm assigning this href to my div. So I'm saying www.shakespeare.com. You can also use you can also fetch the attribute as well. Okay, so now comment this so you can easily get the code. Now I'm saying whenever someone click on this button, which button? This button. Okay, so this is your website, and if I'm saying that shakespeare.com, just fetch and assign this. Okay, go to your page, refresh the page, anchor. Okay, this is href. Refresh the page, so this is the anchor. Okay, fine. Now I'm saying this anchor, so this is a selector. Now I'm saying ATTR attributes. Which attribute? I'm saying href. That means I'm saying, oh, find this element and get the attribute of href. You can also use the attribute class, id, whatever attribute you want to get. And now you can, I am directly assigning this attribute to my this div, which is the callback div. Okay, so now I'm saying text, copy this bad boy and paste this bad boy. Okay, go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. So now as you can see, it's saying href https, which we have defined ul. Okay, for now I'm saying I have a paragraph. This is my para. Okay, now I have a button and I'm saying submit or click me. Okay, so now because I'm going to comment this. Okay, let me comment the entire code. Just give me a second. So now I'm saying whenever someone click on the button, because we have a single button, so that's why I'm creating the selector, which is the element selector. Okay, so now I'm saying whenever someone click on the, so this is the event, click event. Now I'm saying that find the P and append the text, another text or another paragraph, para here. Okay, so now go to the page, refresh the page, you have a paragraph, you have a click button, click on this. Now as you can see, you have just added another paragraph here. Click on this, you have added another paragraph here. Click on this, you have added another paragraph here. So this is the basics. For suppose if you have another, okay, here go to your page, refresh the page, these are the two paragraphs. Click on this. So as you can see, you are adding the another paragraph here to both of your elements. Okay, so that's why you have to use the class. Okay, so now I'm saying I have the order list. For suppose I have an order list and I have li, I'm saying 1, and now I'm saying this is the 2, and now I'm saying this is the 3. You can also use the capital. Okay, so now I'm saying I should add my OL. That means I'm talking about my OL. I have just created this class. So now I'm saying whenever someone click on this button, I'm going to create the dynamic order list. So how can you do that? Dynamic, that means I'm saying I'm going to add another element here. So how can you do that? You have created a selector because we have a single button, so that's why you don't need to add the class. If you have a multiple button, then you have to add the class, or you should have add the class. So now I'm saying okay, so now I'm adding the comment here. I'm saying that find the OL and append the li, another li. Okay, I'm saying another element. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. So now as you can see, you have added another element. Click another element, click, 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 and click. You can this is the append functions. That means you are adding something here. Okay, you are appending. Okay, for now you are adding like this. After 3, you are creating the 4, 5. This is the append. If you are using the prepend, that means you are going to add some element before your first element. Click on this. So as you can see, it's here. Click on this. As you can see, click on this. As you can see, we have here. I'm saying I have these. Okay, for suppose I have this paragraph. I'm saying whenever someone click on this, I'm going to remove this paragraph. Okay, so now I have only one single button and one single paragraph. So as you can see, I have just added the we have added the jQuery, and this is the custom JS. This is the external JS file which we have added, and we are working on the external JS file. Okay, so now I'm going to comment this so you can easily get the code. Okay, so now I'm saying whenever someone click on this button, we are going to remove this paragraph. So how can we do that? I'm saying I have a single button, so that's why I'm not creating the selector using the class or that. You can also add the class. For suppose if you have a my class and just call the class and paste it. Okay, you can call the class with the help of dot. That means you are calling a class. It's very basic. Okay, now I'm saying whenever someone click on the button, I'm going to create a function. Okay, so now I'm saying find all paragraphs and remove them. Okay, now go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. As you can see, you have just removed the paragraph. So now refresh the page. So now as you can see, this is your paragraph and this is your button. So click on this. So now as you can see, you have just removed the paragraph. We have a single paragraph. For suppose if you have multiple paragraphs, go to your page, refresh the page. Now click on this button. So now as you can see, you have just removed your multiple paragraphs. So you have multiple paragraphs. Click on this. As you can see, you have just removed. Okay, so now if you want to remove specific elements, how can you do that? For suppose this element has a class my para. You can add any class as you want. Call the class with dot. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. As you can see, you have 5 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are removing this element. Just click on this. You have just removed. If I'm saying that I'm going to add the inline styling. Inline styling is not recommended, but I am using the inline styling. I'm saying color red. Okay, fine. This is the red color. Click on this. You have deleted the red. Okay, so now this is the remove. You can remove any HTML element. It's totally depend upon you and your need. For suppose I have a div, and now all elements available inside the div. Now I'm saying whenever someone click on this, I'm going to empty this div. Make sure I'm saying that I'm going to empty. That means I'm cleaning all the content inside this div, because we have a single div inside our body. So that's why I'm saying whenever someone click on the button, just div, find the div, and I'm saying just clean the content by using the empty function or empty method. Okay, now go to your page, refresh the page, inspect elements. So as you can see, you have a div, and inside the div you have multiple paragraphs. Click on this. So now as you can see, your div is now empty. Okay, if you are using the remove function, that means you are removing the div. Inspect element div, inside the div you have 5 elements. Just click on this, that, and now as you can see, you have just removed. So now I'm saying I have a div. Make sure this is a div because this is the parent, and inside the div I have a span. For suppose I have a span, or for suppose I have a paragraph. Okay, I'm saying this is my para. Now as you can see, this is the div and this is the para. You can also add the class. I'm saying my para. You can add the class my div. It's totally dependent upon you. I'm saying I have a button also. Whenever someone click on this button, we are creating a selector. So how can you create? I'm saying my button. Copy this bad boy. Go to your custom.js file. Create a selector. Whenever someone click on this button, make sure remove this line. Click. Okay, create the function, add the semicolon, and now I'm saying that whenever someone click on this button, I'm saying I'm creating I'm saying this dot parent, this dot parent dot, I'm saying remove, or I'm saying this dot parent dot css. With css, I'm saying color background red. Go to your page, refresh the page. Okay, add the button. I'm saying click me, refresh the page. Click on this. So as you can see, you have just added the background to your div. I'm saying, so now wait a second, right click, inspect element. So now as you can see, you have your div, you have your paragraph without the background color. Whenever someone click on this button, so now you can see you are adding the red color to your parent, and here you are selecting the parent. You are saying that, oh, whenever someone click on the button, find this class and find the parent, and here as you can see, this is the parent of this child. So that's why. Okay, if you are wrapping this inside another div, and now go to your page, refresh the page, right click, inspect element, you have div, inside a div you have another div, you have a paragraph. Click on this. Now as you can see, it's adding the background to its parent, not its grandparent. Okay, so in this way you can create the parent-child relationship. For suppose if I'm saying that, oh no, oh, just find the parents. Okay, that means I'm talking about the parent and the grandparent. Wait for a few seconds, inspect element, you have the 2 divs without background. Click on this. So now they can see it's added the content, the background to its parent and all the parents, because as you know, this is the child and this is the parent, and as you can see, this is also the parent, and these divs also available inside this. So that's why it's adding the background color property to its parent div. It's a grandparent div, and also this body, and also adding this HTML, because all of these are the parents of this child. So that's why it's totally dependent upon you. Either you are using the parent or you are using the parents. For suppose I'm saying I'm saying that, oh, use the parent parent and until. So why I'm saying parent until you found the body. Refresh the page, click on this. So now as you can see, it's adding the red color when it's find the body. Now I'm saying, just a second. Now I'm saying that I have another para. I'm saying whenever someone click on this button, I'm saying find this parent and also add some action or also manipulate some HTML content. For suppose I'm saying I'm going to create this selector and I'm going to say that find all the paragraphs inside this and remove them. For suppose, how can you do that? Make sure we have a custom.js file, we have an index.html file, and we have added the jQuery to our HTML file. We have a custom.js file. This is the custom.js file where we are writing all our jQuery code. Okay, so now I'm saying whenever someone click on this button, which button? This button. Okay, click. That means we are going to create the click event. And now I'm saying I'm creating the child relationship. How? I'm saying this is the parent, and now I'm saying I'm creating the selector. I'm saying then children, and now I'm saying, or suppose, remove them. Remove all the content. Go to your page, refresh the page to paragraphs inside a div. Click on this, right click, inspect element. So now as you can see, you have the remaining div and you have just removed the paragraphs. In this way, for suppose if you have multiple paragraphs, and now just click on this, as you can see, you have just removed all the children. Okay, so you can also remove a particular, for suppose if you want to add the first child. So how can you do that? You just need to add the pass. I'm saying p dot first. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. Sorry, it's not working. Why it's not? Let me show. I'm saying we have two paragraphs. Click on this. It's not removing because this class is not exist. For suppose I'm saying that p first. Refresh the page. Click on this. So now as you can see, it's removing the first element. Okay. So for suppose if you have 3 elements or 4 elements and you are creating and you're clicking on this, as you can see, it's removing the first element. Click on this first, click first. So now it's totally depend upon you. And you have another type of functionality. For suppose if you want to say, find this class, for suppose if you have XYZ class, I'm saying just find this class inside this div. For suppose if you have thousands of elements and you are going to find something, I'm saying someone click on this, I'm going to find this class inside this. How can you do that? Just wait, just comment this so you can easily get the code. And now I'm saying whenever someone click this class, and this is the callback function, now I'm saying that I'm going to create this selector. I'm saying this is the selector, I'm saying this is the parent, I'm saying find. Which find? I'm saying find the class, this class. Find the class and remove the element. Now go to your page, refresh the page. You have 4 elements. So now as you can see, you have the class this paragraph. This is my para. You can also add the CSS style here, or for suppose inline styling. I'm saying style color black. Oh no, not black. I'm saying color red. Go to your page, refresh the page, red color. You are going to remove this color. Click on this. So now as you can see, you have just removed. I have these paragraphs. Okay, I'm going to design a function. That means we are going, whenever someone click on this, we are going to select the paragraph, and we are saying that just find the siblings and add a particular action or something, or manipulate the HTML content. Okay, so now comment this so you can easily get the code. Now I'm saying find the paragraph. That means I am talking about all the paragraphs. Whenever someone click on this button, okay, now I'm saying find the paragraphs, and I'm saying siblings. Okay, dot CSS. Why I'm using CSS? Because I'm going to add the CSS styling. I'm saying color. You don't need to add the colon. Color red. I'm saying color green. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. Okay, siblings. Okay, because this is the class name. This is not a this is a class name. Click on this. So now as you can see, you have just added the siblings. If you are creating another paragraphs here, for suppose, and you are saying this is another paragraph. Okay, go to your page, refresh the page, just click on this. Now as you can see, you have just added the siblings here, but it's not adding the color property to these elements because these are the siblings. Okay, so now how can you find the next? For suppose if I'm saying I have the h1 here, and I'm saying this is h1. I'm saying whenever someone click on this, I'm going to find the next element, the next method written all next sibling elements of the selected element. For suppose I'm saying that find all the h1, and now I'm saying next dot css. Go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. So as you can see, after this it's adding the color property. Okay, for suppose click on this. Now as you can see, it's adding this color property because we are saying find the next element after h1. If you are saying that find the next element of this class and add the color, go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. Now because this is the element, after this you have the button, so that's why it's adding the color property to this one. For suppose if you are saying like this, after this element you have the paragraph, because these are the children of this paragraph, this div. Go to your page, refresh the page, you have this one, click on this. So now as you can see, you have it's adding the green property or the color property to this element. So this is the next element. For suppose if I'm saying next all, you have your paragraph and you have your button. Now I'm saying next all. That means I'm saying apply this property to all the content, all the elements after this. Okay, go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. Now you can see it's adding the color property to these two elements. For suppose if you have more than 2 elements, go to your page, refresh the page, you have more than 2 elements, just click on this. So now you can see it's adding the content to you, or adding the property to all of these elements after this div. Okay, so this is the next. Okay, I'm saying until you find the span. Or suppose I'm saying span, or I have a paragraph para. That means whenever someone click on this, I'm saying next until you find the P. That means I'm saying after this class add this property until you find the paragraph. Go to your page, click on this. Now it's not adding it. For suppose if you have the span or the span property, this is span. Now go to your page, refresh the page, click on this. Now you can see it's adding the, because after this class you have a single element, and now when it find this. So for suppose if you have multiple paragraphs, click on this. Now you can see it's adding all the paragraphs. For suppose if you have UL, or for suppose you have a button, these are the two, and if you have the anchor, all, click on this. As you can see, it's adding all the content until it's find the paragraph. So in this way you can use the until methods. You can also use the next and like previous all or previous until. So it's totally depend upon you. Like this, you are saying until. If you are saying, if you have a previous element, for suppose if you have a paragraph and I'm saying this is the PRE, that means I'm talking about the previous element. PRE, previous element. Now I'm saying find the previous, previous, and now go to the page, refresh the page. Now you can see you have I should remove these content or add this, so you can easily get the code. Refresh the page, click on this. So now you can see it's adding previous element. So you can also use the previous all or previous until as we did the next and next. Okay. So thank you for watching. First of all, I'm saying this is the div, and I'm saying I have some paragraphs. This is para, and now I have 3 paras. Okay, so now I have to clone this. Okay, so how can you do that? First of all, I'm saying I'm going to create the selector. I'm saying when the DOM is ready, I'm saying that div dot first. That means I'm talking about the first element. I'm saying add the CSS. It takes 2 parameter. I'm saying it takes CSS. That means I'm saying that background, I'm saying red. Go to the page, refresh the page. So now you can see when the DOM is ready, it's adding the paragraph. For suppose if you have a button here, that's why I am always using the button. I'm saying click me. Now I'm saying that when someone click on the button, Jquery code, button, click event, function, semicolon, and this is, refresh the page, click on this, and as you can see you are adding the first. If you are saying last, so now as you can see you have first element, second element, third element. So this is the last element. Go to the page, refresh the page, click on this. As you can see, this is the last, so that's why it's adding the last. Okay, so for suppose we have a particular method which is EQ. That means it takes 1 parameter. For suppose if I'm saying 1, so what happens? The EQ methods returns the element with a specific index number of the selected elements. For suppose if you are adding the 0, that means the index start and make sure all the index start from 0. That means I'm talking about this one. So go to the page, refresh the page, click on this. So now you can see it's adding the second one. If you are saying the 0, that means you are saying the index, because all index always start from the 0. Refresh the page. Refresh the page, click on this. That means it's adding the 0. Okay, if you are saying 2, go to your page, refresh the page, and now click on this. That means you are saying the last element. If you are saying the 0, refresh the page, save the file, refresh the page, click on this. That means you are saying the 0, because the index always start from the 0. So it's totally depend upon you. Either you are using first, last, and of course the EQ. And of course we have another method, which is the not. The not method returns all elements that do not match the criteria. How? For suppose I'm saying find the div which don't have the, or suppose not the class, I'm saying intro. Okay, now I should add the class here, class intro. Okay, because this is the second element, first element, second element, and this is the third element. Go to the page, refresh the page, click on this. So now we can see it's adding the background color, and now I'm saying please do not add the background color here, but you can add all the background color. Now I'm saying I have two fields. First of all input, and I'm saying type, and I'm saying text. Now I'm saying value is nothing, so you don't need to. I'm saying placeholder. I'm saying enter your name, for suppose, and I should add the paragraph, because I'm creating the user friendly. Copy and paste, and I'm saying enter your name, and I'm saying enter your email address, for suppose, or I'm saying to your subject. Okay, so now I just need to add a button. So button, I'm saying click me, I should add the classes, because I'm saying this is the name class, and also I should add the class here. I'm saying this is the subject class, and because we have a single button, so you don't need to add the class, but I'm adding the class. Okay, I'm saying my button. Okay, so now whenever someone go to your page, refresh the page, you have two fields, and you have a single button. Whenever someone click on the button, you are validating this. For suppose I'm saying I have a callback div, I'm saying callback. Now I'm creating an event. I'm saying whenever someone click on this button, that means dot click. So this is the event. Sorry, click, and now some colon, and I'm saying I'm going to fetch the value. So how can you fetch the value? If you have remembered, you learned the val method to fetch the values from the input. So I'm saying this name dot val, that means I'm saying fetch the value from this class, and you can also assign, you can also create the variable, for suppose name. Okay, copy paste and change the subject. Okay, make sure I'm fetching the data from this and also this. Now I'm saying subject, so we have two variables. So how can you validate? So of course we are using the if statement. You can also use the switch statement. So I told you that you have the basic knowledge of the JavaScript before starting this series, so I consider that you have the basic knowledge of the JavaScript, because we are using the JavaScript here. Okay, so now I'm saying that if the name is empty, how can you check the empty? we have a lot of techniques to validate the form. For suppose I'm saying that if the form is if the name is empty, or the subject, check the subject. If the subject is also empty, make sure you have to add the equals to equal sign. That means we are checking the equality. I'm saying that if these are values, or some of these values are empty, we are generating the error, and we are assigning this error to this callback function. So now we are using multiple. I'm saying find this div and add the text. You know very well about the text. I'm saying please check the required fields and try again. Okay, add a semicolon. Go to the page, refresh the page, click on this. Now you can see it's saying please check the required field and try again. Okay, so now if I'm adding something here, click on this, it's not disappearing because you have added the if class, but you are not adding the else class. And now I'm adding the else class. So how can you do that? I'm saying just okay or fine. Refresh the page, click on this. As you can see, click on this, click on this. If you are adding one, if you are providing one input and the other is empty, click on this. It's still saying. If you are adding these two, click on this. It's saying okay. So this way you can validate the form. Make sure this is not a form, but in this way you can validate the form. For suppose if you are saying that check if these are the fields, if the fields is okay, then you can also use the if statement to check the length of the. For suppose I'm saying name dot length, it return the length of the name. For suppose if the length is greater than 4, that means I have to say that oh please your name must be greater than 4. Okay, so now if it's fine, then you can add the okay sign here. So it's totally depend upon you how your requirement, how you are working. Refresh the page, right? It's saying please check. If you are saying, if you are not giving the value here, click on this. If you are giving 3 values, click on this. As you can see, your name must be greater than 4. This is the 4. Click on this. It's saying okay because you are saying less than 4. So that's why it's the less. If you are saying less than 4 or equals to, then it will generate the error 1 2 3 4. Click on this. Your name must be greater than 4. And this is the form, and this is the action, of course, and this is the method, which is the post. You can also use the cat post, and I'm saying it's going to someone 1.php and whatever your language I'm talking about, the server side language. Okay, now I'm adding the id here. For suppose I'm saying so that you can also use another id as you want. Now I should use the comment. Now I'm saying I'm creating selector. I'm saying whenever someone submit, in this time I'm saying submit, whenever someone submit the form, okay, make sure this is type also the submit. Okay, get the values. These are the values, name, and now you can check the value, or suppose before submitting your form. And you can also provide a parameter e here. Okay, so why we will discuss about this. I'm saying just copy if here, So paste here. I'm saying when these two fields are empty, just generate the error first of all, and I'm saying e.prevent default. That means I'm saying, otherwise I'm saying that okay, otherwise I'm saying okay, go to your page, refresh the page, click on this, just a second. Okay, you have to add the e here, not because this is submit. Refresh the page, click on this. Now you can see it's not submitting your form. So as you can see, it's not submitting your form. Okay, or suppose if your action is 1.php, so 1.php, go to your page, refresh the page, click on this, write some information, click on this. So as you can see, 1.php is not available. Now refresh the page, click on this. So now as you can see, you are not submitting the form. If you are adding something here, click on this, then it's submitting your form. I'm saying that I have a e-commerce project. So now as you can see, this is the e-commerce systems, and you have the time, days, hours, minute, and seconds. So now we are going to design the function or the events or the functionality which counts the days and hours, minutes, and also the seconds. So how can I do that? First of all, this is our index.html file. I'm going to comment these bad boys so you can easily get the code. Control Shift, and now I am going to also comment this bad boy so you can easily get the code. Now also I'm using the command. Okay, so what you need, you just need to use the div. I'm saying div feedback. Now go to the external scripting while your document is ready. Now you can use the var and event. Use the date dot parse function, and now I'm saying the date is 16/12. Now I'm saying the 20. I'm saying 20 January 2019, or I'm saying okay. So now I'm going to call this bad boy, which is the callback div. I'm saying, and now I'm saying that text. Go to the page, refresh the page. So now as you can see, it's giving you the integer value. How? So if you are not using the parse, for suppose if you are not using the parse, go to the page, refresh the page, it's giving you like this. Okay, so that's why we are using the parse. So now what you need to use the current time, or you need to calculate the current time. So now I'm saying Jquery now, which is a Jquery dot now function will give you the time. Go to the page, refresh the page, inspect, wait for a few seconds, inspect element, find the console. As you can see, it's saying Jquery is not defined. Why it's saying Jquery is not defined? Jquery, refresh the page. So now as you can see, it's giving you the value. This is the current. So now I'm saying divided by 1000. Go to the page, refresh the page. As you can see, it's giving you the value with dot. So how can you remove these values? You can remove these values by using the math.flow function. Okay, so now go to the page, refresh the page. So now as you can see, it's showing you the 15, 42. These are the randoms value. So now you can calculate, or you can calculate the seconds. How? I'm saying event minus current date, current time, sorry. Okay, and assign, sorry. Go to the page, refresh the page. Now as you can see, it's showing you like this value. So now it's time to find the days. I'm saying days. Now I'm calculating the days. I'm saying that seconds, which we have just created, divided by, multiply by, we have a 60 seconds, multiply by 60 minutes, multiply by 24. Okay, so now show the days. Go to the page, refresh the page. So it's showing you the days in the dot format. Okay, so now how can you remove the dot format? You can also use the flow, math.flow. So this is the math.flow and also math.flow. Okay, go to the page, refresh the page. So now it's showing you the numbers. If I'm saying that 20 December 2018, go to the page, refresh the page. It's giving you like this. And now why it's showing like this? Because you have to divide these values by 1000. Go to the page, refresh the page. So as you can see, it's showing us the event after the 3 days, because the current date is 16. I'm saying that show me the 20 Decembers. Okay, so if we are saying that we have the 20 January 2019, but you have to divide by 1000. Go to the page, refresh the page. So now as you can see, it's showing us the 34 days, because you are showing only the days. So how can you do that? For suppose I'm saying localhost e-commerce, and now it's showing us like this: days, hours, minute, and second. How can you show the days, minutes, and also the hours? You have a event, you have a current, you have a second, now you have a days. So in this way you can calculate. For suppose I'm saying days plus, use the days here, plus sign. Now I'm saying the time, or I'm saying second. You can also calculate the go to the page, refresh the page. As you can see, it's saying days, time. You can also divide by 1000. Fresh. So in this way you can create anything like this. Okay, so now as you can see, we have an index.html file. I'm going to rename this HTML file from, okay, so now I'm saying this is the index file. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to create another folder in the root directory. So right click on the root directory, I'm saying PHP. I'm going to create all the PHP files in here. Now drag your PHP file and drop your PHP file here. Okay, I'm saying fine. Now we have an index.php file in the PHP directory, and we have index.html file in the root directory. So now open your PHP file. You know very well about the loops, because if you're watching this Jquery series, I can see that you have the basic knowledge of the programming and also the JavaScript. Okay, so now I'm saying we always define our variables with the help with this sign, which is a dollar sign. I'm saying I equals to 0. Now I'm saying I less than equals to 10, I plus plus. So now I'm saying echo I. So how can you access this? Click on this, because this is the HTML file. I'm saying go to the PHP file, PHP folder. In the Jquery folder we have a PHP folder, and hit the enter button. So now as you can see, it's showing us the 0 1 2 3 4 5. I'm saying that this is the concatenate. We use the concatenate also in the Jquery. So as you can see, plus is the we are concatenating with our integer values with our string values, and here in the PHP we use the dot to concatenate, to merge two values or to concatenate. Okay, so now go to the page, refresh the page. So now as you can see, it's showing 0 1 2 3 4 from 0 to 10. Okay, so now if I'm saying 1, refresh, it's showing as 1 to 10. Okay, so now I'm saying I have a feedback div. Okay, so this is feedback div. Now in the Jquery, I'm saying that just a second, I have to comment this so you can easily get the code. Now I'm saying while the DOM is ready, I'm saying find the feedback div and load the file, because your custom.js file available in the assets folder. Now you are going to fetch all the information from the PHP file. So how can you do that? I'm saying that before one directory we have a PHP folder and we have a index.php file. Okay, go to the page, refresh the page. Now access your Jquery folder. It will automatically execute your index this file. Okay, so now it's a local file. Just a second, htdocs Jquery wire showing us 34. Okay, it's showing us the fatal error, add filters. Call to undefined functions, add filters. If I'm saying that I have in the PHP, we have index.php. If I'm saying I have a PHP file in the assets folder, if I'm saying, okay, sorry about this, because okay, so now as you can see, I'm saying go to the PHP folder, find the, because we have added the custom.js file in the HTML file here in the bottom. As you can see, we have added the custom.js file. So now we have to define that, go to the PHP file. So this is the PHP folder and we have an index.php file in the PHP folder. So that's why now click on the, go to the page, refresh the page. So now as you can see, you are accessing the index.html file, and now it's showing you the values. These values are coming from the PHP file. So this is a PHP file. These values coming from the PHP file. If I'm saying this is PHP, go to the page, refresh the page. So now as you can see, this is index.php file and we are adding the string PHP in this file. Click on this. So now as you can see, it's saying PHP. Okay. So now I'm saying I have an input and this is the input type equals to text. Now I'm saying the class is for suppose my text, and now I'm saying that I have the button. For suppose I have a button. Now I'm saying submit, and we have the class my button, Okay, go to the page, refresh the page. Make sure if you are saying index.html file, or if you are accessing the root directory, it will automatically execute your index.html file. Okay, so now we are going to fetch this informations here when someone click on the button, and we are going to send this informations to our server, and here we are going to receive the information. Now in the jQuery custom.js file, what I'm saying that when someone click on the button, this is a callback function. Okay, which button? So this button, this button. Okay, I'm saying $.get. Okay, so now that means we are calling the get functions. It takes few parameters. The PHP file, where is the PHP file? We have a PHP folder and we have an index.php file, and here you have to define the JSON. Okay, now let me show you something. I'm saying whenever someone click on the button, fetch the informations from the text area. So this is the text area, and now I'm saying .well. Okay, let me show you something. I'm saying this is the feedback div .feedback, and I'm going to show with the help of text. Now I'm saving this value, my text value. Okay, or in simple words, I have to say that my value. Okay, now go to the page, refresh the page, click on the one, click on this. As you can see, we are showing the values here because we are not sending the informations from the client side to our server side. Okay, so now comment this one. I'm saying that .get, it takes 3 parameters. First of all, PHP file, where is the PHP file? We have in the PHP folder, I'm saying we have a index.php file, and comma separate, I'm saying that name of the person, colon the value. Okay, you have to define var value. Okay, so now another comma sign, you can define the callback function. Okay, here you are receiving the value from server. I'm saying server value, or without dot, server value, callback, don't worry, I'm going to explain everything, server value, and this is the server value. Okay, now it's saying the name equals to value. This is the value. Why it's giving us the error? Because you have to define this in the JSON format. So this is the JSON format. Now you are sending this information from your jQuery. Now you have to receive this informations here. So how can you receive the informations? I'm saying $get, because this is the get method, so that's why you have to define the get, and you have to call with the key value, because in the JS format we have a key pair value. So this is a key, this is the value. If you access the key, that means you will automatically accessing the value. Okay, so now if you are saying the echo, for suppose you are saying echo, that means you are receiving this value here, and now you are sending this value, or you are showing this value on your feedback. Go to the page, refresh the page, write 1, click on this. So now as you can see, it's showing us 1, but this value is coming from the PHP, not from the jQuery. So that's why. Okay, so you have the name. You can also use the append or prepend functions. For suppose if you have a UL ID, for suppose if you have a UL, okay, if I'm saying append value, refresh 1, click, sorry, append Okay, leave it. One click, showing you. Okay, so now I'm saying here I'm going to save this informations in a variable here. How can you create your variable with the dollar sign? I'm saying dollar my value. Okay, I'm saying str reverse function. We have a reverse function which reverse your string. Now echo this one. Go to the page, refresh the page, click on the one, submit. So as you can see, it's reversing your string or your word. So one, so it's reversing. Why you are echoing or why you are using the echo? If you are not using the echo, that means go to the page, refresh the page. One, click on this. It's not showing the anything here, because if you are not using the echo here, that means you are not receiving the values from the server side. So that's why you have to use the echo value. Fresh one. Okay, so if you are saying Shakesy.com, click on this. And this time I'm saying I have one text area, and I'm saying I have a one text area. I'm talking about this is the input type equals to text, and this is the input type equals to, okay, I'm saying this is the P, and now P, enter your name, go to the tag, refresh the page, and now I am saying enter your feedback. Enter your feedback. Okay, now go to the page, refresh the page. So now you have a text, you have a feedback area. I'm saying the calls, I'm talking about the columns, I'm saying 20 and the rows are 10. Go to the page, refresh the page. So you have a text area in this way. Now whenever someone click on this, I'm going to fetch these two values from my HTML, and I'm going to send these two values from HTML to my server side language, which is the PHP. How? I'm saying whenever someone click on the button. So we have a single button, so we can also use the we can also create the element selector, which is the button. And if you have a class, you can also use the class. Whenever someone click on the function, so these are callback function. Now what you need, just need to fetch two values here and also here. Now I'm saying fetch the values from, you can also use the class here, class my text area. Okay, now I'm saying fetch the values from here using the val function, and also I'm saying fetch the value using the while functions. Now I'm saying here is the name, you can also use the name. Okay, I'm saying here is the detail or something else, whatever you want to write into your feedback. Okay, now you can also use the detail. So this is the detail. Fine, you have used or fetched the two values. Now alert these two values. For suppose I'm saying name plus detail. Go to the page, refresh the page. I'm saying name Shahzad, or I'm saying Shakzi, and I'm saying detail here. Click on this. So as you can see, it's saying Shakzi detail here. So you are fetching the information from your form. Now what you need, you just need to call the post method. Make sure we are talking about the post dot post. Now similarly, it takes three parameters. First of all, your PHP file, second parameter your values, and in the third parameters the callback function. Okay, now where is the file? I'm saying this is the file. In the PHP folder we have index.php file, and these are the values. I'm going to use the JSON format. Name equals to name. That means we are going to fetch the information using this key, and this is the value. So key value, comma, I'm saying detail, colon, detail. Okay, now here are the feedback. I'm saying feedback or something like this. I'm saying server value, anything like this, or you can also say that my value, anything like this. I'm saying XYZ. Okay, now go to the PHP file, and now in this time you are sending the data using the post. So you have to use the post function here, post. Now here is the name. You can also use the name here, name, and you can also use the detail. Detail. Okay, so here is your detail. Now if I'm echoing these two value, I'm saying name, this is the name, concatenate with name, and now concatenate with another string name, and I'm saying this is the detail. And what is the detail? I'm saying this is the detail. Now go to the page, refresh the page, and here in the jQuery you are fetching the informations. Now you have to use the feedback, and I'm saying show the text which is coming from the server. Now go to the page, refresh the page. I'm saying name equals to Jquery, detail, Jquery.com is the nice place or nice website to learn web development. Click on this. So now as you can see, it's showing Jquery detail, Jquery name equals to Jquery. You can go to the server side, make this space. Now click on this. As you can see, it's saying Jquery name is the Jquery, detail is the. You can also use the BR to break the row. Click on this. So now as you can see, it's not showing the tag. Why? Because you're using the text. You have to use the HTML. Now refresh the page, copy this, it's Jquery, copy, click. So as you can see, it's saying Jquery.
So I hope guys you are enjoying our videos. If you think we are doing good, thumbs up. Feel free to share our courses and also the videos on social networks, and please support us by clicking the subscribe button and pressing the bell icon so you never miss any update. So thank you for watching.